Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bedford High Stadium here on this lovely evening as we're about to bring you action from the Bedford girls lacrosse team, undefeated at 3-0 against the 1-1 Astros of Pinkerton Academy. I am Harry Kozlowski. I'm here with Bedford High School Athletic Director Corey Parker, who's going to be calling the game with me, and of course Andrew Fenn on camera and graphics today. Corey, this is at school, Pinkerton Academy has a long history with Bedford, a lot of sports, a lot of rivalries, and this girls lacrosse team is just one of many.
Yeah, absolutely. Every year we play Pinkerton, well-respected program. Coach Bork does a really nice job with them. Every year they're a top-tier team, great fundamental skills, great build-up with the youth programs, and so always a tough test for Bedford when we're taking on Pinkerton. Last couple of years it's been a one-goal game differential. We typically play them early in the year, which is a really good test for both teams to kind of see where they're at here in Game 3. So it should be a fun one tonight.
And of course, Bedford coach Christine Hodgson, a terrific record as head coach, several titles to her credit. Starting lineups in this game for the Astros, the number 1 Lillian Jeans is the attack. Mia Lally, defense, number 3. Piper Knowlton, number 4, midfielder. Attack, Haley Schneider, number 5. Isabella Pinardi, number 11, attack. Emma Madsen, defense, 14. Hannah Lasakis, number 16, she's on the attack. Number 21, Anna Perkins, is the midi. Elise Saab, number 22, defense. And Natalie Paradzik, midfielder, number 23. And in net, it's Sarah DiClementi, number 30. On the Bedford side, we've got Olivia Matthews, number 2, midi. Number 3, Madison Kiley, midi. Number 4, Audrey Purnell, also a midi. Sabrina Tipping, number 5, on defense. Kayla Gibson, number 7, on attack. Libby Norris, number 10, on defense. Kira Abdel Sayed, number 12, on defense. Vivian Robinson, number 20, she's on defense as well. Natalie Denon, number 22, on the attack. Eliana Enners, number 26, midi. Grace Stewart in goal for the Bulldogs, number 27, and attacking Reagan O'Brien, number 29. Teams are ready to face off here. Haley Schneider is at the center dot. She'll be facing off against Olivia Matthews. And we're about ready to begin as the official tees up the ball. Two 25-minute halves in girls lacrosse. And the game begins. Ball is in the air, still loose. And chasing down, still loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Finally picked up by Bedford. I believe they controlled the ball, and they will take it on the attack.
I believe Olivia Matthews stepped out of bounds there after she obtained possession, so Pinkerton's going to get it here.
There's a turnover.
Nice interception there by Natalie Denon.
She carries it into the offensive zone. Sneaking from behind, she manages to avoid that poke check. Now behind X. Denon gets it over to Purnell. Up top to O'Brien. And a shot and a goal right off the bat. Just 45 seconds into the game here. Bedford takes the lead 1-0.
Yeah, really nice shot there by Ellie Enners, who Regan O'Brien found on the cutting pass there. Ellie doing a nice job of finding that zone, coming in on the far side and peppering it in. Sarah DiClemente really didn't have a chance on that one, as that was a quick shot on the release. So Bulldogs getting on board early, setting the tone. Hopefully winning the next face-off here.
So at the 24-15 mark, Bedford is up 1-0. Picked up again. O'Brien carries it into the offensive zone. She pulls up, waits for a teammate to join her. That's Enners driving in. Low shot there by Matthews and a save by DiClemente.
Nice save there. Another great opportunity for the Bulldogs. But nice play there by their Pinkerton goalie.
Emma Madsen trying to get out of the zone. Can't. Drops it back to DiClemente. Now pass out to Schneider. She's double teamed. Takes a hit, but has a lane to get into the offensive end. She finally does. Gets the pass up to Perkins. Perkins over to Knowlton. Perkins with the ball at about the 20-yard mark. Waits. Leaves it there for Knowlton. Knowlton trying to move in. Faces a wall of defenders here. Here's a chance by number 16. I believe that's Lusakis. Now she drops that off to Schneider. Schneider unable to find a shooting lane. Still with it. Drops it off to Pinardi. Pinardi stops, tries to get a little closer. Well defended there by the Bulldogs. Perkins with it again. Lusakis waits. Pinkerton very patient here on the attack. Bedford not giving them much room to work with, keeping them on the perimeter. As Knowlton continues to try to find a lane, now drops it off to Paradzik. Ball was loose momentarily behind X.
Great patience here by the Astros team. Again, a fundamentally sound approach here. And Bedford's defense doing a good job killing the passing lanes.
Pinardi against Schneider, trying to get in close. Well defended. Pinardi trying to find a lane, working her way through several Bulldogs, able to maintain possession.
Kira Abdel did a really nice job there, maintaining her position and posture, pushing her back outside.
So the Astros couldn't even get a shot on goal, despite being that close to the Bedford goal. Knowlton with it. Very long possession here by the Astros, taking their time. Bedford's more than happy to keep them at bay. Knowlton now knocked down. I think we're going to get a call here.
Yeah, I think Olivia Matthews from behind extended the arms.
So Knowlton with a set shot from about 15 yards away. She opts not to shoot. Gives it to her teammate Lusakis. Down low to Perkins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Astros turn it over without a shot on goal. Took out about 2 minutes of game time, but nothing to show for it.
Yeah, they're winning time of possession, but Bedford on the scoreboard, 1-0. Good transition offense here by the Bulldogs, getting in the zone quickly.
Pass up to Gibson, down the sideline, looking for an outlet pass. Now she takes it below goal line extended. Now behind X, it's Kiley, loses it momentarily, and it's going to be a turnover on Bedford.
Yeah, that's a miscue there for the Bulldogs. Certainly try to earn it back, get it back here quickly.
20:28 to go here in the first half. DiClemente, long lead pass, goes up to Perkins, takes it into the Bedford zone. Bulldogs are leading 1-0. It's worth mentioning that the boys are out in Exeter right now, and that game is on BCTV. Is it on 22?
23
Channel
today.
23,
Channel
okay.
23,
and we are on what, 22?
And 1072 as well.
Okay, and we'll keep an eye on that score for the boys for you as well.
Other action today, the Bedford Bulldogs baseball team got the victory at Dover 8-3, and girls softball got their first victory of the year, 21-20, in a defensive struggle versus Dover.
There's a goal by Pinkerton. Centering pass to Lusakis, and she was able to put it away from point-blank range.
Yeah, breakdown on the backside defense there as Lusakis cut right in front of the goal. Tough play for Grace Stewart as a goalie there. That's a very low percentage opportunity to save, especially when you go low with those shots, as she did. So Pinkerton tying it up here at 1.
We'll get the official score here in just a moment. Face off at midfield. I'm fairly certain Lusakis was the goal scorer. I'll have to wait to see who got her the assist.
I believe it was number 5, Haley Schneider, on the assist.
Lusakis? You are correct, Tori.
Mr. Peace is correct.
Haley Schneider with the assist. So the Astros tie it up, and they've got the ball here off the face-off. Emma Madsen carries it. Sends it up to Schneider, the assist giver in the last goal. She carries it into the Bedford end. She's got Matthews on her. Now the Astros pull up, slow down, set up their offense. Perkins to Peredzik. Back to Perkins. Astros staying pretty bunched up here. They have two behind goal line extended.
Yep, very patient offensive approach.
Lasakis with the ball. Gets it out to Pinardi. Pinardi looking for a lane. And there's going to be a violation on the Astros.
Yep.
Possession goes to Bedford.
I believe that was a blocking call on number 16, Hannah Lasakis. Bulldogs get possession. Hopefully to make something of it.
Ball on the ground. Tipping has to pick it up. And she does. Passes it up to O'Brien. And we get a call here. So Bedford will retain possession, and we just restart the game. Abdel Sayed. Pass on up to Enners. Driving in. Runs into defense, pulls up. Tries to get inside. And a goal by Reagan O'Brien on a pass from Eliana Enners. The reverse of the first goal scored. And that comes at 17:51 of the first half.
Yeah, nice goal by Regan. Again, pitch and catch, really nice play there. Just years of playing and experience. And as we announce that goal, I see on your second monitor that the Bulldogs have scored at Exeter, tying it at 1-1.
Yes, they have 6:11 remaining in the first quarter there. They just tied that game up at Bilbao Stadium.
ETV being able to jointly stream this one for us today.
All the community channels, we share programming with each other. That way we can keep an eye on our teams. Bedford with possession. Matthews, she drops it off to Enners. O'Brien had it, blew the whistle here. Looks like she's going to get a set shot here on goal.
Great patience there. Matthews might have had an opportunity. Enners might have had an opportunity, but they both unselfish play, dumped it back to O'Brien to setting up the offense, which ultimately has led to this opportunity here.
So from 15 yards out, O'Brien decides to drop it back to Enners. Long pass, loose ball, and it's going to go out of bounds, and that will cost Bedford the possession.
Sloppy pass there. See if Astros can make anything of it. Hopefully the Bulldogs can get it back quickly. Second miscue of that notion that I'm sure Coach Hodgson will remind them about tightening up.
Blue Hawks just jumped out ahead again, 2-1. So Pinkerton now in their zone. Pass up high. Good catch there by Schneider. She takes it into the Bedford end. Being pursued by Matthews. Still with the ball. Runs into a double team. Loses possession. Ball is loose.
Nice job there by Olivia. Let's see if we can get this ground ball.
And we get a call here. Bedford will retain possession.
I think that was on number 23, Natalie Paradids.
Matthews with the lead pass there for Denon. Gets the ball up now to Gibson.
Yep.
Gibson behind the net. Another turnover there. Pass was high, intended for Madison Kiley. She couldn't pull it down, so Astros get the ball back here. 15:44 to go here in the first half. Your Bulldogs lead 2-1. As we wait for the ball to come back into play, thrown into DiClemente, the goalkeeper. And she gets it back. Emma Madsen with it now for the Astros, trying to evade a double team. Now she drops it back to DiClemente. Good forecheck here by the Bulldogs, not giving the Astros any room to operate.
Natalie Denon doing a really good job hustling up front.
Mrs. Schneider. She goes through a whole phalanx of Bedford defenders, still has the ball. Protects it well. Now we get a call here. Foul on Bedford, so the Astros restart. Perkins leaves it there for Knowlton.
Not a terrible foul by O'Brien there, as it kind of allowed the defense to kind of get in position there to set up.
Peradzik leaves it for Lasakis.
Good help by Matthews.
Dropping it off now to Perkins. Astros reset on offense. They trail 2-1. Pass across to Pinardi. Takes it down low, trying to work the goal line extended. Now takes it behind X. Looking for a centering pass. Can't find a lane. Pinardi still with it. Leaves it there to Lasakis. Oh, and a centering pass intended for Pinardi, intercepted by Bedford.
Nice.
Now they come back in transition.
Nice job there by Makita Berry and Regan O'Brien, or excuse me, Ellie Enners, to ultimately switch defensively, which forced the interception.
There's a pass down low, shot and
Nice.
score. Number 3, Madison Kiley.
Nice job there by Kylie. Just kind of floated to the back side of the goal there behind the goalie's left side and able to find her. Taking advantage of a somewhat slow transition defense there by the Astros.
We'll wait and see who got the assist on that play. Meanwhile, the boys trailing in the first quarter 2-1 to the Exeter Blue Hawks. So Perkins take this face-off against Reagan O'Brien.
Natalie Denon with the assist on that goal for Maddie Kiley.
Thank you very much.
Kylie's first of the night.
Ball is set. From the face-off up, they're going to do it again. They're going to call a violation here on the Astros, so Bedford will get the ball. O'Brien sends it up to Matthews. Matthews inside tight, takes a shot, stopped by DiClemente. Loose again, and a second try there by Kiley, saved by DiClemente. Great play there. Now she pulls the ball down and settles things down, and the Astros take over. She had the ball momentarily, wound up losing it, and Kiley had a second chance shot. DiClemente was there ready to play it. Now a long lead pass, ball on the ground.
Oh,
Eliana Enners try to come up with it. Instead it gets knocked out of bounds inadvertently. The Astros will possess the ball, I believe.
actually, it looks like they're giving it to the Bulldogs, surprisingly.
Went off an Astros player, okay.
So I thought that was off. I thought you had it right the first time there, Harry.
That she just lost control of the ball. In transition, here come the Bulldogs. Purnell over the mid-stripe. O'Brien taking it in. Down the near sideline. Gets it to Matthews. Enters. Purnell had the ball. And here's O'Brien from about 15 yards away. Ball on the ground. Astros pick it up. And they break it out. Down the far sideline. O'Brien trying to defend.
O'Brien trying to push her out of bounds there, but a little too much on the push. So she's going to get the foul called. So Natalie Peradzik will inbound here or begin play again.
11:34 remaining here in the first half. Bulldogs with a 3-1 lead. And on the pass inbounds, that hit the dirt. Picked up. Passed back, intended for Madsen. Gets away from her. All she can do is get it back to DiClemente. With a long pass to midfield.
Nice pass up
Gets
there.
it to Knowlton. She drops it back now to Lally. Enters their offensive end. Haley Schneider with the ball. Back to Perkins. And now the Astros will settle things down here. Perkins with the ball. Just noticed that Exeter scoring again. They're up 3-1 with 1:27 left in the first quarter. Knowlton sends it behind to Pinardi. Pinardi trying to center it. Finds somebody. Shot and a save there. Great save by Stewart on Schneider.
Yeah, Pinardi had a really nice screen there, taking 2 Bulldogs with her. But a nice job by Stewart on the save.
Now lead pass for the Bulldogs is picked up off the ground. They come into the offensive zone. Pass across there for Kylie. Kylie gets it back from O'Brien. Pass for Matthews a little too far. She's got to come back and pick it up. Does it. Ball on the ground momentarily. Kylie tried to pass it. She loses control. Ball loose on the ground. DiClemente uses her stick to pick that up. And the Astros get the ball back. Oh, DiClemente lost it momentarily. And then passes it up to Emma Madsen.
Yeah, hard to get a read right now if it's the Pinkerton defense or the Bulldogs offense not being as sharp as they'd like. As 4 possessions now we've lost, and not in an ideal sense. Not a great scoring opportunity.
Ball almost knocked away there by Bedford. Perkins picks it up though for the Astros. Now Knowlton carries it in. Leaves it there for Anna Perkins as they set the offense here. 8:47 to play in the first half here. Bulldogs up 3-1. Astros working the perimeter here. Pass back to Knowlton. Lasakis. Down low to Pinardi. Now Schneider behind X. She comes up in front of goal line extended. Centering pass inside and a goal for the Astros. Number 16, Lasakis. With an assist there from Schneider.
Yep, high percentage shot there. 2 Bulldogs closed on the pass, unfortunately, leaving Sakis wide open right in the middle there, and nothing goalie Stewart could do on that one. When 2 close in on the ball like that, it's important to have some help come from the other side, and unfortunately there was backs to the play guarding their own men, which resulted in a very high probable shot there.
So Bryan and Perkins at the face-off circle. 8:16 to go here in the first half. The lights will be coming on soon here at Bedford High Stadium. Off the face-off, Matthews picks up the loose ball. But player falls down, ball out of bounds, turnover Bedford. Astros recover. 8 minutes to go here in the first half. Astros cutting that lead to 3-2. Madsen back to DiClemente. Now pass up for Schneider. Tries to find a lane, gets between 2 defenders. Over the midfield stripe, still with the ball. Schneider now pulls up. Leaves it for Perkins. Pass across for Paradzik. Takes it behind goal line extended. Pinardi being watched there by Matthews. Now she comes out in front, wheels around, tries to find a shooting lane, does, and scores. number 11, Pinardi, tying it up at 3 at the 7:01 mark. I'm going to call that an unassisted goal.
Pinkerton goal by number 11, Isabella Pinardi, unassisted.
Good effort there by Pinardi to shake off the defense, come from behind the goal, and come in all alone on Grace Stewart. Low-scoring affair here, 3-3. Meanwhile, in Exeter, the boys fall behind by another goal. It's now 4-1 in the second, 11:09 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, interesting early season adversity right now for the Bulldogs. Certainly the biggest test they've had to this point. There was moments when Kenny Bunk hung tight with the girls early, but it was evident pretty quickly in that game that the Bulldogs were going to prevail. And to Pinkerton's credit, to this point, they've made the most of their possessions, time of it, very patient, and whereas Bedford's had a couple miscues and just some errant passes and turnovers, so hopefully they can get that rectified here.
Yeah, the Astros have controlled time of possession, being very deliberate in their own end. Looks like Exeter scored once again. They're up 5-1.
Yeah, it's a really strong team they got out in Exeter this year. Very high praise going into the season. Exeter and BG were kind of 1A, and hearing from coaches in the preseason. So tough task for the Bulldogs today as they traveled east on 101.
Perkins versus O'Brien. Ball does not reach appropriate height here. They're going to award the ball to the Bulldogs. Here's O'Brien into the Astros end. Waits, looks for an outlet. Gets it to Enners. Enners has to pull back. Here's O'Brien again. Inside down low, intercepted by the Astros. Saab now pulls back, waits for things to open up, gets it to DiClemente. Back and forth there with Madsen. Back over to Saab. DiClemente being watched there by number 22 for the Bulldogs, Denon, on a forecheck. Now here's the long pass out of the zone. Ball is loose, bounces away. Bedford takes it back. Abdel Syed. Pass too high for Kylie. That's going to go right back to the Bulldogs. I'm sorry, right back to the Astros.
Lexi last with the pickup.
Oh, a big hit there.
Certainly.
O'Brien laying into the Astros player, number 26. I don't have her on the roster.
That's Lexi Last, 9th grade defenseman.
Surprised there's not a call here. Or did a Bulldog player get sent off?
Yes.
To that?
Regan O'Brien definitely got sent off.
It's going to be a man advantage situation here for the Astros. So
2 minute, I would assume. I didn't catch the signal, but it definitely looked like she extended the arms.
Possession violation on the Astros. Bedford gets the ball back now. They need to kill off this penalty. Pass up to Purnell. Now to Matthews. Matthews being pursued, gets around that defender, pulls back once again. Enters back to Matthews. Now Purnell. Astros are aggressive, attacking those perimeter players, trying to force a turnover here. Enters, gives it back to Matthews. 4:30 to go here in the first half. 3-3, all tied up. Bedford led at 1.31. Astros took the last 2 goals. Now Purnell. Matthews again. Bedford just working this perimeter. And 2 forecheckers, Knowlton along with Paradzik, harassing them on the outside here. Now Matthews gets around their defender, trying to cut in, pulls out, gets to Enners, now back to Matthews.
Good patience there as Matthews definitely picked her first defender and was able to get around her, but when 2 more Astro players got through she
and Matthews' shot is stopped by Di Clemente.
nice save there by the goalie.
Astros break out. Perkins being surrounded by Bulldogs. Now they have to drop back. Pass across to Madsen. Schneider trying to get up. Finds an open player. Perkins now with it in the Bedford zone. Perkins walking in, waits, finds a cutter inside. There's a shot that goes wide. That was Lasakis. And that shot gets chased down there by Pinkerton, so they maintain possession here. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Pinardi tried to work her way up front, couldn't do it. Tries it again on the other side, loses the ball momentarily, gets it back, now inside, now we get a call. And the ball will go over to Bedford.
I think a Pinkerton player was in the crease there.
Stewart pass up to Matthews. On the ground, but has time to pick it up. Pass over to Purnell. Into the Astros end. Lights are on here at the stadium. O'Brien gets it inside. A give and go and a goal by Enners. With help from Matthews, and Bedford takes the lead back now with 2:22 to go in the first half. It's 4-3.
Yeah, Bulldogs really needed that. Just to kind of get some momentum back. It was Pinkerton's had a great first half here, controlling pace, controlling time of possession, controlling shooting opportunities, and if Bulldogs can get a couple more here, even just go into it with the lead, I think that will be helpful momentum for them, as I think Coach and the girls would agree they've not played their best first half of the season here.
So Brian on the face-off against Perkins. Still 5-1 at Exeter, 9:22 to go in the first half against the Bulldogs. Face-off is won by Matthews, and she breaks into the Astros end, now pulls up, waits for the offense to set itself. Enters. Gets the pass back over to Matthews. Ball's on the ground momentarily. O'Brien had to pick it up. O'Brien over to Enners. Pass inside for Matthews, and then we're going to see what happens here. Looks like a penalty call. Bedford will have a set shot. And it's going to come from straight ahead.
I believe did he call it dangerous contact?
So it looks like Enners is going to have the shot. She comes in, fires a shot, and scores. Enners with a second goal. This one coming off a penalty start right in front of the Astros net. And the Bulldogs go up to a 5-3 lead here with 1:43 to play in the first half.
Yeah, nice goal there for the Bulldogs to, again, push this lead up to 2. And, again, this face-off so crucial. Winning a face-off in girls and boys game is unlike any other, really. If you compare it to a basketball game, going to a jump ball after every hoop. Very different style, but when you're able to, yeah, they'll definitely throw that one again. Oh,
and that's going to go
wide
to the Astros.
Interesting.
An invalid face-off. The ball did not go high enough for the officials' liking. So now the Astros break in. Pinardi heading behind goal line extended, has the ball checked off her stick, picks it right back up. She's double teamed. She finds Perkins. on the outside. Perkins will settle things down here. 1:15 to go. We'll see if the Astros play for the last shot. That's Lasakis with the ball. Double teamed, leaves it there. Shot on net. Up. That was blocked. Ball on the ground. Schneider picks it up. Gets it over to Knowlton. Knowlton now double teamed. She's got to find an outlet. Gets it to Lasakis.
Down to 40 seconds in the half.
Lasakis pulls back. Astros still controlling the ball here.
Oh.
Lasakis loses the ball. It's on the ground. And Bedford will get to it first. Up, they're going to say a violation. One of the middies reached over, contacted the ball while it was still in the offensive end. So possession will stay with the Astros.
Yeah, I think Regan O'Brien got excited on that loose ball and crossed the 30, unfortunately.
.3 left on the clock here. You know, the Astros have really been trying to work the ball inside. Pretty much all their goals have been from just in front of the goal crease. No shots from further out.
Yeah, unselfish play, trying to get the best opportunity. Both teams really. Maybe one shot outside the high percentage zone from the Bulldogs. But
Now 13 seconds left. Perkins with it. They're going to need to take a shot here soon. Lasakis fights off the defender. Lasakis still with it. 2 seconds left. One. Knowlton has to shoot. Doesn't do it. Loses the ball just as the buzzer sounds. And that's how we're going to finish the first half.
I think we did get a whistle. Coach signaled timeout. I want to say she called the charge for an offensive foul. 5-minute halftime.
So we're going to go into halftime.
Yep, the officials have taken back that whistle and considered it halftime. So we are officially at halftime, which will be a 5-minute intermission here at Bulldog Stadium, with the Bedford Bulldogs leading 5-3. And we are back from the Bedford press box for the second half action about to begin. Bedford leading 5-3. Quick reminder, during the game, check out more BHS sports action from the Bedford Community TV on your Apple TV and Roku. You can also watch on Amazon Fire TV via the Cablecast ScreenWeave app. Download the app to watch the next game live on the big screen. Our friends at BCTV making it as easy as possible to support your local Bulldogs in many sports, including even the baseball game, which was recorded yesterday and I believe on the system today, right? Yep. Mr. Fenn confirmed that.
On the face-off, Bulldogs now going from right to left. O'Brien carries it into the zone. Gets around one defender, takes a quick shot and scores. Just like that, 11 seconds in.
You know, I mean, those are the kind of plays right there when you have this skill to really set the tone. So a great momentum builder right there, as we had 3 straight unanswered goals here for the Bulldogs.
Number 29, Regan O'Brien, unassisted.
Regan O'Brien now with her second goal to go along with a pair of assists. Didn't waste any time, picked up that loose ball and drove all the way in. Score is now 6-3. Bedford wins this one again. O'Brien with it. Takes the check, loses the ball momentarily, picks it up before it goes out of bounds. Now down low to Denon, behind it, goal line extended. Up to Purnell. Enters. Libby Norris had it there momentarily. Pass to O'Brien, goes off her stick, but quickly backed up there.
Purnell doing
by
a nice
Purnell.
job. Yep, backing that up.
Enters.
Shooting space foul on the Astros.
So Matthews will get a free start here.
Like the initial urgency out of the Bulldogs so far. Catching it, looking to attack.
Matthews takes a shot high and scores. Beautiful high shot.
Not much you can do on that one for DiClemente as the Bulldogs. 2 quick ones here to make it 7-3. 1:06 into the second half.
Olivia Matthews.
Reminder, the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club is always looking for new members and volunteers to help support the high school athletic programs. The Booster Club meets in the BHS Media Center at 7 p.m. on the first Wednesday of each month. For more information, including donating and volunteering in the concession stand, check out bbabc.net to learn more about how you can get involved and support our over 400 student athletes this spring.
Meanwhile, the Bulldogs come back with a goal in Exeter. It's now 6-2, Blue Hawks leading. Bedford controls again off the face-off. Purnell into the Astros end to Enners. O'Brien back to Enners. Tried to get a shot away but got stymied. Now a ball loose. And the ball is turned over now to the Astros.
Offensive charging is the call, I believe, there, as Piper Knowlton will take it for the Astros.
Lead pass up to Lally. Gets pushed back there by the defense of O'Brien. Here's Pinardi.
Great read by Purnell on the interception.
Bulldogs coming right back. They lead 7-3. Looking to add here. Purnell leaves it for Enners. O'Brien back to Enners. O'Brien again looking for a shooting lane. Tries to get the pass inside to Enners. Ball on the ground. Enners able to pick up that loose ball, so the Bulldogs continue on the attack. Pass down low, shot off the ground. And it's covered up by DiClemente there. Big scoring chance for Bedford, foiled by the Astros. Now the lead pass up for Pinardi. Or correction, that was 21, Perkins. Double team here on the sideline with Lasakis. She had trouble with the ball. Now she finally gets it up to Paredzik and Schneider. Finally has a chance to settle things down for the Astros. Perkins still with the ball. Teammates are getting around. Knowlton gets it back to Perkins. Now here's Lasakis being guarded. Drop pass. Schneider takes it down to the goal line. Now cuts back, tries to get inside, and Stewart makes the save, but a call here. Looks like we're going to have a free start here for
Yeah, I'm not sure who that
Schneider.
was on. I mean, there was some traffic in the zone. Obviously, the official must have saw some shooter space or overly contacted play.
Schneider goes in all alone and scores.
Trying to do a nice job there, taking it far left side, almost like she was going to clear the zone, and brought it back over the goalie's left shoulder for a very difficult attempt to save that.
Goal by number 5, Haley Schneider.
Haley Schneider with the goal for the Astros at 20:55 to go in regulation. That brings the Astros within 3. It's now 7-4. Face off in the center circle. 40 seconds remain in Exeter in the first half of that game, second quarter. It's 6-2. Exeter still leads by 4. Foul called on the face-off. Bedford gets the ball. Back on the attack. Enters. Gets around one defender.
Nice
Cuts,
move there.
shoots. Saved by DiClemente.
I
Oh,
think
no,
that-
it went
yeah,
in.
that went
Okay,
in,
it's
yeah.
another goal.
Enters with the goal there.
We'll see if they'll award an assist on that.
I think Matthews might have scored the assist there.
So Bedford responds.
By number 26, Eliana Enners.
Eliana enters. And they're going to call that an unassisted goal. So every goal scored in this second half has been unassisted. 3 by the Bulldogs, 1 by the Astros. It's now 8-4. Bulldogs respond quickly just seconds after the Astros made it a 3-point contest.
This will be the boys and girls lacrosse team's last game of the week as intercession begins Thursday, and for some intercessions tomorrow. So teams will be off gameplay until next Tuesday when we welcome Bishop Girton here to Bulldog Stadium.
Pinkerton controls off the face-off. Lasakis sends it up to Perkins as they set up their offense. Now Francesca Doyle, new in the game, had the ball momentarily. Perkins to Schneider. To Knowlton, back to Schneider, down low. That's Lasakis. Tried to come up from in front of the goal line extended, being defended well there by the Bulldogs. Finally gets it up to Perkins again. Schneider directing traffic. Gives it to Perkins. Under 20 minutes to go here in regulation play. Lasakis over to Schneider. Tries to find a lane, blocked, loses it. Ball picked up by Knowlton.
Really
Back
good
to
one-on-one
Schneider.
defense there by Olivia Matthews.
Now Perkins up top, around the 20. Bulldogs not giving the Astros any room to operate. Along the goal line, here's Schneider cutting in, fires a shot and scores.
Schneider did a nice job there, kind of lulling the defenseman to sleep a little bit and was able to juke past her. And again, that short bouncing shot, very difficult to save.
Isabella Bernardi, unassisted.
Actually, Bernardi was credited with that goal, number 11. Another unassisted goal here. And it looks like a timeout being called. It is halftime in Exeter as well. Blue Hawks up 6-2. Our next broadcast, the boys will be back, as you mentioned just moments ago, on the 25th. Bishop Girton Cardinals will be here at 4:30 in the afternoon for that game. And then that's going to be followed up with a doubleheader. Girls match up against the Cardinals at 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's a quadruple header that day, actually. We're going with girls JV at 1:30, boys JV at 3, followed by boys varsity at 4:30, and then girls varsity at 6 p.m. So no better way to spend your Tuesday of spring break week than down here, rooting on the Bulldogs taking on the Cardinals.
And then after that, we've got a pair of baseball games, one after another. Wednesday the 26th, we'll be hosting the Portsmouth Clippers at 2 p.m. at SAU Field. And on Thursday the 27th, Nashville South Purple Panthers at 10 a.m. start on the 27th, and both of those games will be on BCTV. And Jason Bergeron and Jean Muir, I believe, will be calling the game for you there. Now, here we've got a update on the Portsmouth Bishop Girton girls lacrosse game. Just 1:53 left in that one. Portsmouth up 16-10. It was 13-6 at one point, so Portsmouth is holding the Cardinals at bay here.
Portsmouth is definitely a team that, even the last couple of years, transitioning into Division I, have not missed a beat coming into Division I, and very talented group that beat this Pinkerton team that we're facing here today, 18-5 last week. So impressive that if that score can hold up. Aside from the regular season loss to BG that we gave them last year, or 2 years ago, excuse me, I cannot recall the last time they've lost in-state. So Portsmouth trying to do something not many people have said they've been able to do down at Stello Stadium.
Yes, yeah, it's a home game for the Cardinals, so now they get the possession back with 1 minute to go.
Quick reminder, programming note, I know you alluded to the 27th baseball game, Bedford with Nashua South. That game at 10 a.m. will be at Holman Stadium, so certainly
okay.
get it here on your airwaves, but if you want to root them in person, head down south to Holman Stadium for that 10 a.m. first pitch.
Oh, we
next
love
Thursday.
broadcasting from Holman, that nice
Absolutely.
big press box. We're able to get a great camera angle there.
Best place to watch a baseball game in town. No question, or in state, I should say.
So we're about to resume play here with the Astros down 8-5 with 18:48 remaining in regulation. Loose ball, and it looks like Bedford's picked it up. Nice play there by Matthews. She picks it up and goes right into the offensive zone.
Looks a little confusion by the Astros, but
And it looked like Matthew or O'Brien scored a goal there, but the whistle was
there
blown.
was certainly a whistle on the front end. I guess there's confusion about. There definitely was a lot of confusion with Pinkerton's defense. Whether they have too many men on the field, I believe, is the call.
No, it'd be unfortunate if it was a foul on the Astros.
Right.
That
Considering.
took away a goal by the Bulldogs here. The officials talking things over, because that shot was in the net by O'Brien just moments ago. We'll see what they say here. I'm counting
From a field
8
perspective,
players
it looks-
inside the 30-yard line here. Looks like they're going to give Bedford a free shot here on a penalty. It's going to go to O'Brien. So they took away the goal, but they're going to give her a free start here from about 10 yards away. Waiting for it to begin, waiting for the official signal.
Pinkerton did not have 4 players outside the zone there.
And a shot in the goal this time. Not to be denied. O'Brien gets the goal unassisted.
Is that her 4th of the day?
I'll tell you in just a moment here.
Bedford goal by number 29, Regan O'Brien.
So Reagan O'Brien with 1, 2, 3 goals.
3.
Go along with 1, 2 assists, so 5-point night for her.
Mr. Fenn, final from BG.
16-11, you say? So that it was the upset. Portsmouth pulling off the big upset there against BG. That's going to drop them from the ranks of the undefeated. Now here come the Astros. Into the Bedford end, Perkins. The big rush in, now they pull back. Perkins passes it to Schneider. Coming up on the 18-minute mark of regulation, Schneider goes behind goal line extended. Behind X. Tries to emerge from the other side, being watched there by 2 Bulldogs.
Landed to Pinkerton, very poised. Yeah, even after a couple flurry of goals by the Bulldogs, they still stick to what they want to do and are very patient on offense.
Peradzic paces it inside. Here's a shot. Stopped by Stewart. Great attempt there by Pinardi. He was able to be stopped there by the Bedford goalkeeper, Stewart. Now in transition, the Astros take the ball away. Come back on the attack.
Miscue there again for the Bulldogs. It's their 4th turnover. Kind of surprising there.
Pinardi with it. Bedford the Astros in position now. 17 minutes remaining in regulation. Long pass across to Lasakis. That's Peradzic. Pass inside there to Lasakis. She cuts inside, and it's broken up. Ball's loose behind the net, and Bedford takes it away, so good defensive play there. officials giving Bedford a restart. That was Abdel Sayed, gets it back to her teammate. Now breaking into the Astro zone, Matthews gets it up to Enners. Enners races. Makes a move, gets inside, fires a shot. That's a save by DiClemente.
Shooting space called before the shot, though. So we'll get another chance at this for Enners.
So Enners from 10 yards away. Try to respond here with a shot. And a nice save by DiClemente. And that BG loss we were telling you about, 16-11 to Portsmouth, the first in-state loss to the Cardinals since 2019. So a huge win, historic win there for the Clippers. So off the stop by DiClemente, the Astros now bringing it to the Bedford end here. Clock ticking away, 15:20 to go in regulation. They're down by 4 goals, 9-5. Lasakis draws a double team, turns around, still has 2 Bedford defenders on her, and winds up being taken down. We'll see the official blowing their whistle here. They're going to give Lasakis a free start here. Looks like the Bulldogs scored right out of the chute on the second half. It's now 6-3. So the Bulldogs fighting their way back in Exeter. Stoppage of play here.
Sending 2 off, it appears.
Not sure what we're going to see here. Is it
Bring the tipping and Hannah Lasakis.
So, okay, Astros will restart from behind X. I believe that's Lasakis. Trying to find a lane, still behind the net, trying to come up from behind. Emerges, takes a shot high. It's backed up there by the Astros.
Nice job there by Vivian Robinson, using the goal to her advantage, but killing the passing lanes with her stick.
Schneider backs the play up, so the Astros retain possession. Schneider brings it all the way to the top. Now pulls back, waits for a teammate. Pass over to Jeans. Back to Schneider. Schneider trying to evade a shot. That takes a turnaround shot and scores. Beautiful play there by Haley Schneider, number 5.
Yeah, I think she caught the defense and goalie off guard there. It didn't appear she was going to go up for the shot, but nice elevation and put it right in the bottom left corner, which is a great shot.
So yet another unassisted goal here in the second half at 13:41.
I believe they've all been unassisted this half. Yeah.
That's 7 goals, 7 straight here in the second half. Actually, if you want to go back to the first half, the last one there was unassisted as well, so we've had 8 straight. Exeter responds with their own goal. They're back up by 4, 7-3 now with 10:46 remaining in the third quarter, down in Exeter. Now we're ready to begin play here. Ball in the air and picked up by Enners off the face-off. Gets a pass up to Matthews, and they enter the Astros zone. 13:31 to go here. Bulldogs up 9-6.
Tennis scores finally coming in. Boys successful, winning 8-1 versus Salem today, and the girls at Salem swept 9-0. So both those teams are undefeated on the year. Congratulations to them. And it looks like we have a timeout, Pinkerton.
Wasn't sure who ran down possession there. It was kind of a close call between Bedford and Pinkerton, but we'll see what happens when they resume play here out of this timeout.
Reminder from a mobile app perspective. BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access at your fingertips than ever before. Bedford Community Television is available for free download on Apple iOS and Android. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today.
So as you mentioned, intercession begins after this game for these teams. They're not back into action until next Thursday.
Yeah, so essentially Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is considered our block of intercession for athletics, where we block out that period from any games. Some teams do have optional practices over that window. So it's an opportunity for the kids to get the extended intercession opportunities to hike the mountains, travel to New York City. Obviously, our school has a wide range of intercession options with some families right now in Taiwan and as well as Paris for the 4 days in addition to next week at the Athletic World. We cannot take April vacation off given our schedule of games and needs of getting in our regular season NHIAA contest. So, but we are able to carve off this essentially 96-hour period where we do not have any games or matches. So an opportunity for the kids to experience some extended intercession opportunities. But then we come back with some strong tests early with Tuesday, like we alluded to earlier, hosting BG and boys and girls girls lacrosse. So should be fun ones as the teams will get back in practice mode on Monday, facing the Cardinals on Tuesday.
And the season wraps up for both teams at the end of May. So only about 6 weeks of regular season to go.
The spring is short and sweet in New England because you're battling Mother Nature. We're fortunate to have these lovely turf fields to use where we're able to plow it, but that isn't the case everywhere, certainly. So got to get a lot of games in a short window, that's for sure.
So out of the timeout, it's going to be Pinkerton ball. DiClemente looking for an outlet pass. Finds it in Knowlton. Knowlton immediately draws a forecheck. She drops it back to Saab. Now DiClemente playing outside the net. Waits. DiClemente with it again, getting the pass back from Madsen. Astros being very patient here as the pass now up to Schneider, who comes back for the ball. Wheels around and tries to get by 3 Bedford defenders and does it, manages to cut in between them. Now the Astros are in the attack zone. Schneider takes a bump, is going to get a call for her trouble. A free start. Schneider passes it over to Knowlton. Knowlton tries to come a little closer, runs into a defender. Now Jeans gets it down low to Lasakis. Back up top to Knowlton. Knowlton tries to get inside. Gets pushed back by Bedford.
Nice
Under 12 minutes to go.
Nice help by Sabrina Tipping on the weak side. Again, playing with a lot of patience. Bedford scored 2 quick goals in 1:06 into the second half, and to Pinkerton's credit, they've not changed their game plan whatsoever, and they're just trying to chip away.
Pinardi was behind the net, got moved back. Now Pinardi inside again, scores. That was an insistent effort there by Pinardi to get that goal, and now it's a 2-goal contest, 9-7.
Yeah, Pinardi definitely won the one-on-one matchup there. Being able to use the goal initially as an assist, really, to separate and then be able to
screen,
dive. Yeah, right, and then be able to beat her with foot speed, cutting this lead to 2 for the Bulldogs.
And it continues our string of unassisted goals. So we'll see if the Bulldogs can answer here. Perkins versus Enners here on this face-off. The officials taking meticulous care here. I mean, looking at the shoes of Enners. I'm not sure what's going on there. And ball's teed up. Something not right again. Now finally, play begins. Ball in the air. Picked up beautifully there by
O'Brien. Nice job
O'Brien. Gets it right off the face-off. She moves in, runs into some defenders, now drops it back to Enners. Thought maybe O'Brien was going to go right to the goal like she did to start this second half. Enners gets the ball back. Now she goes on the ground, and they're going to say she was knocked over.
Yep. Definitely going to call the push there. Bedford a little fortunate as that pass was a little past Enners. And she is going to the card. Okay. Refs must have deemed not only a push but an extension with the arms up towards the neck area, if they're going to call that.
Bedford will have the advantage in personnel here, and Enners is going to have a free start at about the 15-yard line. We'll see if she'll take a shot on this or just pass it off. Play begins. Enners decides to pull back and just maintain possession.
Probably a good decision. With this offense, they should be able to get a higher percentage shot than that.
O'Brien back to Enners. Moving, gets around one defender. Shot. Oh, saved by Di Clemente, but it's going to be run down by the Bulldogs. They'll maintain possession.
Di Clemente's had a few nice saves here in the second half. Keeping this a 2-goal game.
Here's the pass out. Enners in the slot. Fires a shot. This is going to be run down by who? And they're going to give it to Pinkerton. They will.
Di
They're going to
Clemente
say
doing
Di
a great
Clemente
job
got
getting
there
that,
first, yeah.
getting the extended arm with the long pole.
Coming up on the 10-minute mark, remaining here in the second half. Bulldogs 9-7 lead. It was a 9-5 lead not long ago. The Astros are patiently chipping their way back into this game. Di Clemente just waits. Belief stab. Back to Di Clemente. Now some Astros are going to come back and give her some options for passing. Meanwhile, a little bit of forecheck there put on by the Bulldogs. Ball is on the ground, taken away by the Bulldogs. Here they go with another offensive chance.
Oh, great
and that's
defensive
taken
play.
away by Sab. She breaks that up. On the ground, Bedford gets it back. What do we have? A call here, and it's going to be possession Bedford. So here we go. Pass inside.
Ooh,
Shot,
tough
scores.
Regan O'Brien, tough shot going top left corner. Cutting through two Astro players, too, maintaining it to get a great look. Olivia Matthews on the assist there.
Goal by number 29, Regan O'Brien. Assist to number 2, Olivia Matthews.
So Matthews on the assist. That's the first assisted goal we've had here in the second half, and Bulldogs respond with 9:13 to play, making it a 3-goal game, 10-7. Meanwhile, down in Exeter, the boys have cut it down to a 3-point game as well. It's 7-4 Exeter with 2:34 to go in their third quarter down at Ball Stadium. Off the face-off, ball in the air and picked off nicely. Good eye there by O'Brien. Picked the ball off cleanly in the air. Dishes it off, and there's a shot by number 2, Matthews, saved by Di Clemente. Bedford able to run it down and maintain possession. Here's Matthews. And now the penalty player, Emma Madsen, is released. She's back into the game, so Pinkerton is at full strength. Worth noting that was a power play goal that was scored back then. Matthews loses the ball off her stick, and we'll see what the call is here. It'll be a free start.
Yep, shooting space called there, so Matthews will have a great opportunity to extend this lead here for the Bulldogs.
She'll be coming in at a bit of an angle, right around 10-yard line. Takes a shot and scores. Beats Di Clemente. And just like that, with 8:11 to go here in regulation play, Bedford back on top by 4, 11-7. Nice shot by Olivia Matthews,
Great
too.
shot there, yeah. Aggressive play, trying to attack and getting the whistle. And, at that distance with some of the skill set of these girls, that is a very great offense based on getting the penalties, because those are going to be high percentage shots that, again, DiClemente or any goalie for that matter is going to have a really tough time to save.
Here's the face-off. Ball does not reach elevation, so they're going to award it to Bedford. And there's O'Brien, or actually Enners with the ball. Evades a checking player from behind Pinardi. Matthews back to Enners. Tries to find a lane. Matthews again. Enners pulls up. Back to Matthews. Under 8 to play here in regulation. There's a pass and a shot that goes wide by O'Brien, I believe. It gets run down there. Kylie's able to maintain possession for Bedford, so they stay on the attack. Matthews to Enners. Enners makes a cut, now pulls back. O'Brien to Matthews. Matthews double teamed. And a pass is intercepted. Number 3, Mia Lally makes a great defensive play there for the Astros. DiClemente tries to make a pass out, and that gets broken up, and Bedford picks it up. Here's a chance for the Bulldogs. Norris. Ball on the ground. They're going to maintain possession for the Bulldogs. Another free start here.
Bulldogs definitely doing a better job maintaining possession in the second half, getting high percentage shots and having ultimately that safety valve in the back to retain possession even when they miss a shot.
O'Brien to Matthews. Back to O'Brien. Shot inside. That was a pass for Purnell, who decides to take it back outside rather than shoot. Now O'Brien to Enners. Oh, that closed up quickly. She thought she had a lane. Now Enners gets it back. Takes a shot.
Post
Lands
again.
on the ground, and we'll see if Bedford is able to maintain control. It does.
With that speed up middle, whether it's O'Brien, Enners, or Matthews, it's just hard to double team and recover.
Ball on the ground, but plenty of room there for O'Brien to recover. Enners with it. Cross pass to Matthews. Back inside to Enners. Shot. Saved by DiClemente. 5:47 to go. Bulldogs still up by 4. It's 11-7. Meanwhile, the Bulldogs boys are within 2 with a minute to go in the third quarter. It's 7-5 down in Exeter. Here's a turnover for Bedford. Picked up by Tipping. Tipping evades a check, gets around it, carries it into the zone. Gets the pass now up to Denon, and we'll get a whistle here. So Tipping is going to start again. I think she might have took a hit. So here's O'Brien, triple teamed. Finds a cutter in Matthews, who couldn't pull the pass down. Ball's loose momentarily.
Great loose ball by Matthews there.
Matthews able to recover it right in that scrum. Enners over to Matthews. Back to Enners, give and go, shot.
There we go.
And scores. Enners from Matthews.
Bedford doing a really good job just giving it and going immediately and trying to get it back as they're catching Pinkerton following the ball but missing the weak side, cutting at the same time. And the skill set of some of these girls to be able to give and get it, catch it and release it really fast is working to their advantage as they have now extended this lead to 5 with 4:39 left in the second half.
Second assist there for Matthews to go along with a goal here in the second half. Meanwhile, Enners gets her 5th goal of the day. face-off ball in the air. It goes into the Bedford end. It looks like it's picked up there by O'Brien, so Bedford controls again off the face-off. Back on the attack go the Bulldogs. Passes drop back to O'Brien. Now to Enners. You know, Bulldogs can really just take their time here with the 5-goal lead coming up on the 4-minute mark. There's a turnover, but the officials blow their whistle.
Yeah, I think we're going to have excessive contact there by Pinkerton on the pass. Trying to get through Matthews to get that one, so we'll get a restart here for the advantage Bulldogs.
There's a shot and a goal. Matthews off the restart. Her second goal, unassisted. And the lead is pushed out to 6, now 13-7, 3:45 to play. Down in Exeter, third quarter just ended. Bulldogs hanging around. They're down by 2,
They are, you know,
fighting their way back.
They're doing a nice job of trying to balance watching 2 screens here, one live, one on an 8-inch in front of us, but it was they're doing a good job of getting possession.
Yeah, I mean, look at Exeter. They haven't scored in almost 2 quarters.
Every time I look down, it looks like Bedford and Black is the ball. So nice job by Coach Bordeaux and his team and being ready to play and executing.
That game, by the way, on BCTV 23 in 1072. There's a high pass that goes out of bounds on the the Pinkerton Astros. So turnover there.
Yeah, costly turnover, down 6, needing to get some opportunities going quickly.
Clock
Giving
is
it right
running.
back. Yep.
3:10 to go in regulation. Bulldogs bringing it to play. Pass across, not a tipping. On the ground, tipping has room to retrieve it. Tries to evade the forecheck there of number 11, Pinardi. Gets it to Stewart. Stewart's long pass is intercepted. The Astros get the ball right back here. That's Jeans trying to fight off a forecheck.
Nice play there by
Now
Enners.
taken right back by the Bulldogs.
Numbers.
Audrey Purnell. Got some numbers. Purnell gets the pass across. Right back. Fires a shot and scores. Purnell on the give and go. I didn't catch the assist. Was that O'Brien?
That was O'Brien with the assist, yeah. Just really unselfish play there. Purnell bringing it up aggressively, giving it up, letting the defense transition over to O'Brien, only to continue cutting forward. And O'Brien, like a quality assist player there, hit it right back. And just a nice overall goal. Doubling up this lead now, 14-7 with 2:26 left. Programming note, we mentioned Stewart in goal. It's actually Abby Widener has been in goal this entire second half. Haven't had to say her name, fortunately, because the Bulldogs have controlled possession most of it, but Widener's back there.
Indeed they have. Bulldogs again on the offense. Pass inside. That shot by O'Brien. Backed up by Enners. They'll maintain control here with 2 minutes to play. Behind the net.
Good movement up front right now by the Bulldogs, almost working a wheel.
Norris. Matthews to Enners. Back to Norris. Taken away by the Exeter. I'm not going to say I got Exeter on the brain by Pinkerton. And now Bulldogs take it right back.
Natalie Denon did a great job picking up that loose ball and getting out of the crease real quickly so that she avoided contact and traffic.
Now Matthews up high. Directing traffic. Trying to find a cutter. Matthews has to evade the forecheck. There's a pass down low and a shot. Now, a really sharp angle shot that DiClemente was able to stop. But just 1:19 to play in regulation here. They come back. Now taken away by the Bulldogs. A minute to go. Bulldogs up by 14-7 here. Abdel Syed leaves it there for Purnell. Norris. On the ground the ball goes and picked up there by Saab for Pinkerton. 34 seconds to go. So this one is more or less wrapped up here for the Bulldogs as the Astros try to at least score one more.
Yep.
They enter the zone.
As this one concludes, I'm sure you're not done getting Bulldog action this evening. Transition down to channel 23, where the boys lacrosse team now trails 8-5 with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Wilsakis takes a shot, and that's going to do it. Your final, Bedford, with a big second half. They take it 14-7 over the Pinkerton Astros. Scoring recap. Started off with O'Brien unassisted at 24-49. Just picked it up right off the face-off 11 seconds in. Made it 6-3 Bedford. Matthews also unassisted on a penalty. 7-3 Bedford at 23-54. Then the Astros finally got on the board. Schneider unassisted. I believe that was on a penalty as well. 7-4 at 20-55. Enners unassisted. 8-4 at 20-39. And then the Astros got on the board again from number 11, Pinardi, unassisted, 8-5. O'Brien responds with a goal, 9-5, 18-27 left. It was Schneider for the Astros, made it 9-6 at 13:41 to play. And then Pinardi scored for the Astros, and they got close, 9-7 with 11:26 to play, but that was as close as they got. As O'Brien scores at 9:13, as did Matthews at 8:11. Enners at 4:39. Again, it was Matthews at 3:45. Then finally, Purnell at 2:26, and that's your final, 14-7. Corey Parker, thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Always a pleasure to have you on board here. Andrew Fenna on camera and graphics, and like Corey said, the boys game going on now in 23 and 10:72. They've got 8 minutes to go here, and the Bulldogs cutting it back down to 2 at 8-6, so that's going to be a good game to watch. So go check that out. And I'm Harry Kozlowski. So long. Thanks for tuning in to BCTV.